How old is the Earth? We were told that there are certain ways to measure the age of the Earth. This is referred to as radiometric dating methods. But the methods that have been used to measure past ages have proven to be extremely inaccurate. Radiometric dating, that is, the use of radioactive material to determine the age of rocks, has been proven incorrect over and over and over again. For instance, one volcano in Hawaii was measured to be millions or even billions of years old, different measurements from the same mountain, according to the radiometric dating, but was later to be found just a couple hundred years old. A number of other measurements of different mountains have resulted in similar results. In fact, it has been discovered that scientists have actually thrown out readings from radiometric measurements if those readings did not agree with their preconceived evolutionary date. This sounds a little like the global warming incident, doesn't it? So, if the age of a rock does not agree with the predetermined evolutionary date, it is just ignored or tossed out. Evolutionary scientists are disagreeing greatly among themselves regarding the issue of radiometric dating. Even though we were taught at school that those measurements were extremely accurate, when I was at school it was treated almost like the Holy Grail, it has now been discovered that the very opposite has been the case. The scientists could not even agree on the age of the moon rocks that were brought back to Earth. The radiometric dates of moon rock varied from 8 billion years down to less than 3 billion. Well, the final age was determined to be approximately 4.6 billion years old, the very age that had been assigned to the moon for decades before the moon rock was brought back. Rocks that were taken from the recent Mount St. Helens eruption measured in millions of years. With the known inaccuracies in radiometric dating techniques and the facts that show the age of the Earth is much younger than evolution requires, there is no known scientific reason to believe the age of the Earth is billions of years old, as required by evolution. And certainly there is no reason to believe any of the measurements taken of any rock anywhere since the method has been used. Now, the reason that people say that the Earth is billions of years old is, number one, that is what they have been taught. And of course, that's been already been shown to be highly flawed. Number two, the age measurements already is shown to be highly flawed as well. And number three, humans have a tendency to think anything can happen given enough time. Billions of years are inconceivable to most of us, and so we can tend to think that even evolution could occur over billions of years. But one fact is rock solid. No reliable evidence shows the Earth to be more than a few thousand years old. Well, some might say, well, many rocks appear to be old. But many rocks that appear to be old are in fact measured to be much younger than rocks that appear to be younger. Scientifically, there is actually no accurate method to measure the age in millions or billions of years. If we take the age measurement of all the rocks that we know the age of and compare the measurements to their measured age with the radiometric dating methods, and we compare it to their historical age, every measurement is off by a number of zeros. In other words, if we were to remove from 4 to 6 zeros from every age measurement, the result is much closer to the actual age. The larger the numbers, have more zeros removed. So if we take a rock that is supposed to be 4 billion years old, the age, according to measurements that we do know, would be somewhere between 400,000 and 4,000 years old. Even at the greatest of these ages, this is just a small fraction of the time that is needed for any evolution to take place. Now, this fact implies that every age measurement should always be in the thousands, not millions or billions of years. By what we know on the measurements, nothing should ever be measured in the billions of years. It is also interesting to note that although humans are supposed to have been around for 1,000,000 years or more, historically they have been around just for a few thousand. This quote by Frederick B. Wiedemann: "There has been in recent years the horrible realization that radio decay rates are not as constant as previously thought, nor are they immune to environmental influences." Another quote says, "In general, dates in the correct ballpark are assumed to be correct and are published, but those in disagreement with other data are seldom published, nor are discrepancies fully explained." For more information, go to evosecrets.com.